might just be the funniest thing you watch all day. All right, so I am here with my mom, and she is a 2-time breast cancer survivor.
And a 2-time skydiver.
Yeah, so I'm a 1-time skydiver. Yeah, we just did that 2 days ago.
Yes.
And we're just gonna recount kind of what happened because every time we watch the video of me and see the pictures, we die laughing, and so we thought, why not share it with you?
She said after we set it all up and she got the confirmation, she goes, did I just commit? And I said, yes, you did. So this weekend was a beautiful weekend.
Oh, the weather was perfect. I was afraid it was gonna be a little cold because it was only like 60 degrees on the ground, but I really wasn't thinking about temperature at that point.
So how much do you want me to tell
Well,
them?
just tell them all. Just tell it.
So we get to the place and it's gorgeous. It's a great facility.
Yeah, it was really nice.
Had great stuff for the kids to do.
We took our 3 foster kiddos with us, which was really fun that it was in Indiana and they could come and see that. And they just liked that they could play like Jenga and like a giant like Connect 4 thing. So really nice waiting area.
Foosball table.
Yep, Skydive Windy City. If you're in the Michigan, Chicago, Indiana area, definitely wouldn't recommend them.
When it was our time to gear up, we went and got our harness on, and
as soon as I had my harness on, they put like the goggles over my glasses. I had a moment of freak out where it was starting to fog up, and I was like, well, I don't want it to be foggy, and I did pack my contacts, but they're like old contacts, so I like quickly ran out to the car, put my contacts in. They weren't adjusting to my eyes. I was like blinking and like not seeing anything. So I was like, well, this is not going to be good if I can't see anything. So then I quickly just took my contacts out, put my glasses back on, and at that point, it was time to go. So I had a little bit of a freak out moment before getting on the plane.
there were a total of 4 tandem jumpers in our plane, Lisa and I, and then another couple. And then there were 2 single jumpers. And the way we got in, the other couple got behind us, and then I got in next, and then Lisa came in. So Lisa then would
You come in last, you were the first one out of the plane.
And I wanted that. I didn't even say it, but I wanted that just to get
it
her
worked.
reaction. It was priceless.
You'll see it in a sec.
Yeah, you'll see it in a second. But our takeoff was so smooth.
Yeah.
I didn't even know we were off the ground.
Until we were like probably already like, not halfway up. We were probably, I don't know,
it was
400 feet off the ground. I'm like, oh, we're off the ground.
Yeah, it was so smooth. Going up, my instructor, he's, checking my belts and my cables, and, several times he did, and which made me feel secure, and he was talking to me the whole time. And
my nerves are starting to turn as we like get closer to like this story. Because my sister, Kristen, had asked like, when are your nerves gonna kick in? Like a couple weeks ago. And I said, probably like when the plane's in the air. And sure enough, that's when it hit. Like we were halfway up, and I'm like, why did I say yes to this? Kind of wondering why I said yes. Like I wanted to say yes because of all my mom went through this last year with cancer. And, I had also, before I said yes to this time, I did say, well, maybe like, next time you jump, like when you're 70. And you said, well, I might not be here then. And that is the case. We're not guaranteed tomorrow. And so I was like, okay, what am I waiting for? Like, all right, let's do it. So I jumped for you, Mom. I'm excited. Let's go. I'm glad I did it, and I don't think I'll do it again because just wait. We'll get to that part. But I'm glad I did.
I will have memories to laugh at.
We literally, after we got the pictures, almost beat our pants.
I didn't jump as far as I would have liked to have jumped. When I did my first jump, I was at 14,000 feet.
Yeah,
but,
we jumped at 11,000 feet.
We jumped at 11. I said, would you please put the camera on my daughter? Because I just want to see her reaction. And so the 2 guys that were going to out-single, they went first. And when the door opened up, just when the door opened up, Lisa screamed.
I go first. What am I doing? You go first. Do I have to go right after this?
Yes, you go after them.
Okay.
I got you, bro.
Okay. I'm closest to the door.
The closest to the door, so she can see. Whoop, there it is.
Yeah.
And the guys, one of them went out and stood on the ledge and hung on with his back towards.
And he just dropped. He just let go.
No, the other guy was facing him. I guess they had this code, like, let's go. And the one guy just dropped, and the other guy flew down on him, and they connected hands. And
I didn't notice any connecting hands happening. I was in full freak out mode.
And then when it was her turn, she's
Okay,
trying to cling.
yeah, the next part is so slow motion for me. Okay, so I go to grab the bar when the guy has already told me several times I need to hang on to the harness straps. I go to grab the bar, and you can hear in the video, he goes, grab your harness. Okay. So I grab my harness, I'm like, oh yeah, okay, good. Grab the harness. And I don't want to mess anything up because I realize at this point, my life depends on this guy behind me who I met 2 seconds ago, who on the plane I had to sit in his lap while he did the straps and everything. And I'm like, I just met you, dude, and I'm sitting in your lap. Like, skydiving doesn't make sense. Like, you're just like, okay, so there's a lot of, so that part was awkward. But then you only sit in his lap for a little bit and then you go back down. But at that point, you're really tight. So it's just like, uncomfortable. So it was about halfway up when they have you sit in their lap. So anyways, we're just like super tight, and I'm looking and I realize, and you're supposed to have your legs like tucked underneath you and your head back against your instructor. Well, I had my head all the way back. I think my instructor probably lost some hearing. I didn't see anything. My head was back like, what am I doing? What am I doing?
She's not saying, what am I doing? She's just screaming.
Well, I think all the thoughts going through my head. But I did verbally say, and you can hear it on my mom's video, not mine, right as we are taking off, you can hear me say, Lord help me!
Compared her falling to my falling, I mean, I just like, boo, out of the plane.
Well, and then your instructor was able to get a nice picture of the plane.
The picture of the plane.
Oh, there's no good pictures of me leaving.
Lisa tumbled out, and I think she flipped and rolled.
Did I?
You had to have.
No, I was like stiff as a board. You're not supposed to be stiff?
Relax.
Relax. You're jumping out of a freaking plane.
It was only 11,000 feet.
Oh, only 11,000 feet. I'm just falling. And you can see it go from complete tear to, okay, this is interesting. Okay, this is pretty fun. And I even like gave a thumbs up and like a peace sign. And then I love you for Peter. And then my parachute went off, and
she didn't know if she was going to make it to the ground.
No, like I didn't have, at that point, I didn't have any fears of the landing.
Oh wait, was the parachute open?
At this point, the parachute was open. I didn't have any fears of the landing, which later my mom was talking about her fears of landing, which we'll get to my landing in a sec. But I didn't have any fears at that point of that. My fear was, I'm just falling from the sky. I mean, come on, would you be scared? Are you going to jump out of a plane, or have you jumped out of a plane before? Hopefully with a parachute? Yes. Well, you have. Well, anyways, I feel like it's like 50-50. Like people like either like are, all right, let's do it, or like, yeah, never going to do that. And I'm kind of somewhere in the middle because I have both you and Dad in me, and Dad's super cautious, so
we did it. What'd you think?
Ah, my ears popped.
Yeah,
oh, no. Is my mom?
Yeah, that's your mom.
Now is that Lisa down there?
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
That was insane! After the parachute opens, you know, you get to see all around, and got to see, I asked my guy like to point out Chicago, and it was a little bit hazy, but we could still see the skyline. I was like, that's pretty cool. And I liked kind of going over Lake Michigan because you had that really cool, it was a nice landscape. And it seemed as you're floating down like, oh, we're still so far. Like, we're getting there. Like, it just seemed like it all the time in the world. And then right as landing's about to happen, you're like, okay, this is coming fast. Yeah.
When I first skydived, my very first experience, The only thing I was concerned about was the landing, and I kept saying to my instructor, when are you gonna show me how to land?
Yeah.
When are you gonna show me how to land? And he goes, oh, we'll get to that. And then we're on the plane. When are you gonna show me how to land? And he goes, we'll get to it. And I'm thinking, I'm jumping out of the plane now, and I still didn't get to it. And after the parachute opens and you're coming down.
You have time to talk about it.
You have time to talk about it.
You didn't practice lifting your legs up on the way down?
Once. And
Once.
he goes, just when you, and I mean.
So
I knew
my
when
guy
the
practiced twice with me, probably because I was a first timer.
And you
and
were
I
stiff
was
as a board.
Well, okay, but we said put your legs out. I'm like, I'm setting my legs out. Like you want to like be like you're sitting because you don't want to take the impact of the fall.
So my landing was boop, perfect, picture perfect, just plop.
Yep.
And there was.
Yeah.
I said, oh, that was so nice. That
Yeah.
was so good. Nice landing.
Oh, that was awesome. Thank you, Mary. I'll see you next time.
And Lisa.
Well, I actually landed. I mean, I did land. Obviously, I'm on the ground.
Did
First.
you actually land?
Well, yes, I actually landed. I'm here living. I landed before you landed. That's what I'm saying.
It looked like.
Yeah. So for my landing, I made sure to put my feet down. We were pretty far away from the airport. Most people were landing right in front of the airport. We were off like the field on the side. So as he came around and turned around, I think a gust of wind got him. Then we sat down. You can actually see I sat down first. Then a gust of wind actually took our parachute back up, which I found out later is not a good thing. I didn't know this, but based on the pictures, I can later see that the parachute got tangled and started wrapping around my neck. Thankfully, only one gust of wind took us up. When we came back down, we didn't go that far off the ground, but like, obviously I only had sat down for like a brief second, so we still had a lot of force. So then I laid back down and on my instructor, so he probably got pretty hurt, and I got like a little whiplash, and then kind of just bounced. We kind of just bounced for a little bit, so it was like boom, 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 and I kind of tumbled over, and then got up, and I just kind of like, oh, that was a little rough, and
You didn't know any different.
I didn't really know any different. I was just happy that we landed, and then when I saw my instructor's demeanor, I realized that was not a very good fall at all. It could have, landing. Yeah, he just was very quiet, and as he was gathering up the tangled parachute, because it was very tangled, and Mom lands, and like I'm kind of standing there watching Mom. My instructor, I can tell, is a little bit like not that excited right now, and I'm like, okay, that apparently could have went really bad. When he got to the other instructor, he was able to kind of like, chit chat with him.
That was the worst landing.
So as soon as he got to your instructor, he's like, yeah, dude, that was the worst landing I've had this entire year. I'm done for the day. And I was like, oh snap.
And then he walks away from us.
He walked away. He just walked away because the thing is, like, they literally have like 2 minutes to probably grab a sip of water, maybe go to the bathroom real fast until they're back on the next flight to jump again with somebody else. And so he just needed some time. So he just took off. So I got to talk with my mom and her instructor, and I was like, okay, this is really weird. I don't think that was how it was supposed to end. I saw him. He went 2 minutes
back
later,
out.
he was back on the plane with somebody else. So kudos to those guys. Something shakes them up, and he just got back in the plane. I had a moment of freak out for sure. As the plane doors open, I went first, and I said, oh, Jesus, help me. It did kind of show me, okay, I'm glad I did it once. And based on that landing experience, I don't think I want to do it again. Because what could have happened is if there had been more wind,
She could have
with it tangled around my neck, I mean, it could have
strangled you.
strangled me and I could have died. Like, that could have been the worst possible case scenario. Instead, I do feel like I just need a little bit of a chiropractor adjustment and I should be good to go. I'm glad I did it. I'm really glad I did it with you. I think
Thank you.
seeing the pictures and the video after in the car, like, we got in the car and I literally was like, guys, I don't want to talk. Like, they're asking me
yeah.
questions. I had a very bad headache. And I think just kind of like processing all that just happened, like, you had this super terrifying moment. Then it was like, okay, this is like beautiful. Look at all these wonderful views. And then with the landing, another super terrifying moment. I just needed like, probably was it 30 minutes until I was okay talking.
She wouldn't talk to anybody. She
No,
just stared straight
which is
ahead.
not like me. I was just like, I'm not
No.
talking, guys. After we got the pictures and videos, that made the experience worth it.
Wanna go jump?
Yeah, let's that was definitely worth the extra. It almost doubles the cost of, you know, the skydiving experience, but totally worth it because I'm not doing it again probably. So at least I have those pictures.
Proof that she did
it. Yeah.
I'm very thankful that she took the risk to go with me.
Yep.
Because it is a risk. I mean, you sign your life away. When
You really do. You watch these videos and that's the other thing is at this place, like we watched the video in July and we didn't skydive until end of September. So we were just getting the instruction like as you went, which I guess is fine, but for peace of mind, it would have been nice if they had like a little instructional like video, just playing on loop even as you're waiting. You know, just like, hey, these are the top like 4 things to remember. Anyways, that is our experience. That is our story. I hope you enjoyed the commentary. I'm glad that I could share this with my mom. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Lisa figured out that if you keep your mouth open.
Oh, yeah.
If
Here's
you
a pro
keep your
tip.
mouth opened like this, your flabbiness
Won't show.
as much.
I was really concerned about that with, you know, I was concerned about my fat showing, but like you never really saw it because my mouth was open the entire time. I did get quite a dry mouth, but I say that's worth it than seeing all my fat go around.
I kept my mouth shut, but my mouth got dry, and I'm licking my lips. And
So you have some funny pictures of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I look like a giraffe. So thanks for watching this, and we hope you have as much laughter as we had. Make sure you have your Depends on. Cause
You're talking about this at the end of the video. What if they already peed their pants?
what?
Oh, you're saying when you go skydiving?
No, when you watch our videos.
I know, but at this point, they've already watched the video.
So this is after they've watched it?
Yeah, they got to just see it. I'm gonna splice in my video as I said it.
Oh.
So you just told them to do something in case they pee their pants, but if they've already peed their pants, I can't control that. They've already done that.
All right.
So I'll wrap it up a different way.
All right, wrap it up. Wrap it up.
We are brave, we are free, nothing stopping you and me.